Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Mod Messin. I, of course, am that brown bat, and today we are going to go over the unlocking of the hidden worlds in Disney Infinity 3.0. First and foremost, I want to point out where I learned this from, and it is from this website right here. And the page is loading hidden worlds as toy boxes, but it's on disneyinfinitymods.fandom.com, and it is by who figured it out, who posted this website is Beyond Carl and Davden5. Okay, so if you want to skip this tutorial, go right there. The link is in the description. I mean, I learned from them. To get started modding 3.0, make sure you've read the basics. So I've always said go there and learn from the people that originally posted this stuff. But I also have tutorials as well on YouTube. And again, those are in my playlist. Unluacy and Quick BMS, two programs that you're going to need to do any modding with Disney Infinity 3.0. Okay, that's the first step. Make sure you got that basics down. All right. Step 2, locate your assets folder. Where is my assets folder? Okay, well, you're probably playing on a Steam engine, or you're probably playing on Steam app, so go to where your Disney Infinity 3.0 is. There's a couple ways to do this. You can go to manage of the gear over here, and manage browse local files. And it opens it up, and it's glowing right now on the bottom of my toolbar, so I'll open that up, and your assets folder will be right there. Okay, but I'm not going in my assets folder right at the moment because I have all this stuff already unzipped, and you might not. So I'm just going to go over this in case you forgot. But again, I always stress, read the tutorials. First thing you want to do is back up, as I have an original backup right here. Somewhere else I think I have an original backup. Yes, they are quite lengthy in space, but that's the breaks. All right, that's what it takes. You take up space. All right, so yours is gonna look like this. Startup 2, right? As soon as you open it up, Startup 2. You want to unzip it. You cannot unzip this with a regular zip file. So go up. I'm assuming you already have Quick BMS installed on your computer. So I'm going to copy the directory. I'm going to open up my folder with Quick BMS and the Disney Infinity BMS, which I've already provided tutorials in the past of where to get those and how to do it. And I'm going to open that up. I'm going to make sure that I go to the right directory, and I'm going to go down, find Startup 2, double click it, and hit save. All right, now I have the Startup 2 folder. I'm going to take everything inside there, and I'm going to cut, and I'm going to paste. Make sure you do that, otherwise stuff ain't going to work. And you paste it in there, and if it asks you if you want to replace, you say yes, okay? Then you're going to go to Startup 2, and you're going to rename it .old or .bk or something like that, all right? And if it says, oh, you're going to change the file name, say yes. And what you're going to do is allow the game engine to read from the folders that you extracted. The Startup 2 folder is going to be empty, so once that's empty, you can delete that if you want. Okay, so once these folders are extracted, outside you're going to have a folder called GameDB. You're going to open GameDB. Inside there, you're going to have a folder called Core. You're going to open Core. then you're going to find this Lua file called zone list. You're going to open zone list. Okay? And then you are going to find and look for the term rumpus room, all one word, underscore bridges. Enter. Okay, from there, you need to enter some code, and the code that you're going to enter is on the website. Okay, so let's go back to the website here. And the code right here is the code that is going to unlock Moana's beautiful corner cove. So you're going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this here, but before I paste it, I'm going to enter. See where my cursor is. It is right after the comma here. So right above Rumpus Room Bridges and the comma, or right above it, there's a bracket and a comma. I'm going to hit enter one time, then paste. Now, it does not line up. What you need to do is make all of these line up just like this. Just like where it says Rumpus Room blank. And down this line of code right here, it needs to line up just like that. So this one is going to line up right with these right here. And I'm going to do the same thing with everything on down. The good thing is we only have to do this one time, because this line of code will actually serve as our template for unlocking all other worlds that you want to play around with. Okay. Now I'm going to save it. And I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to move it into my regular assets folder. So I will be playing off my regular assets folder in just a second. Okay. I got it moved into my actual assets folder. Now I want to open up Disney Infinity. So if you go to build, new, you're going to find it there. Moa _ beautiful corner cove. Now, one of the things I forgot to show you, and so I was going to get to it later, but right there, that stuff you copied, that first part, that's going to be the title. All right, that's going to be very important for later. And the zone path is pretty much the path in the assets folder where you're going to find it. So worlds would be assets worlds. We're going to look for those things later. All right. So I just wanted you to know that that's where that Moa _ beautiful corner cove comes from. All right. So we're going to click on that. Okay. We are in beautiful corner cove from the unreleased playset Moana. And you've already seen other people do videos on this. So this is really not the highlight, but I do want to show you something that I did not see anybody else do, is basically show you that it's more than just a cool toy box, but there are flaws because it is unfinished. Mainly, there's no bottom. There's no collision, all right, except for the main part. But that's okay. We can do more than just, oh, look at this, I'm playing in a toy box that was never created. We can actually do something with this. As long as you keep this entry in that Lua file, you can actually save this, right, as a separate toy box. Once you erase, if you erase this from that Lua file, then the save won't work. But you could save this and do things with this toy box. Now, certain things might not work. As far as NPCs, I have noticed that certain townspeople, if you want to put townspeople in there, maybe not this, but certain toy boxes that will show off eventually, act really dumb. Well, let's see if these act really dumb. Let's take Rulato. Let's Place her in here. All right, this toy box, they actually work out fine. All right, well, that's good. You'll see what I'm talking about later. So if you go to terrain, and let's say you want to get a flat block. So you can do that in here and go down just under the water. All right. This is something you can do with this. You can actually put an ocean floor on here. I mean, you can't do like, it doesn't give you swimming mechanics. All right. So I'm going to change this to desert. Buried treasures. You can do whatever you want, but you can use Nemo. Now I have an issue right here because I didn't get rid of the townspeople that I put in there, but that's okay. I just want to show you this right quick because there's water. Look at this. It's like you're on the beach. How cool is that? All right, so that's something you can do. Now, too bad we don't have a full world. As far as I know, we don't have a complete world with water. And then here, now just to give you another tip, another trick you can do to actually make this look like, you know, you're not going through the bottom. Go to Game Maker and get yourself a trigger area. Get yourself a death pyramid. And just say new logic connection entered any defeat. All right, and then just take it down one or two, probably one. That's good enough. All right. So I'm in the water, but it's shallow. Hey, don't go in the deep end. Why? I can swim. See, you can do that too. So that's pretty cool. All right. I can't swim. Oh, ah. Okay. Next example that they give is Barbados terrain. And what is Barbados terrain? Barbados is an island country in the Lesser Antilles of the West Indies. All right, anyway, it's a code that they gave the playset for Rogue One, or the level, or this particular world in Rogue One. Now, in the example, they have Barbados terrain X. All right, well, why is there Barbados terrain X? Well, the easiest way to show you is to do it one way first. So if we want to open up Rogue One, all right, so we're going to copy Beautiful Corner Cove, and then we're going to paste it right under it. Now keep this in mind, you have a list order of 5. This is important if you're going to do a lot of these, and let's say you want your empty toy box to not get buried. Let's say empty toy box is list order 3. I think it is. There's another one, empty terrain toy box is 7. So keep that in mind. If you go back to those and you keep putting these above it, it's going to put those other ones down in rank. So if I keep putting 5s, anything that is inherently a 7 is going to get buried. So what would I do? I would make sure that these are higher than 7, and that would put these lower down. So for instance, I'm going to keep Beautiful Corner Cove as 5, and I'm going to put this one as 8. Let's say it's 8, and we'll show the next one that we do when we change the name to this. You're going to see that this is lower on the list, but that's just food for thought. So where are we going to go? Well, the best thing to do would be to go to a folder in your assets folder called Worlds. Go in there, and this is not the only place, but this is a good starting place. Okay, so I am going to search for, I'm trying to think, is it under PSZ? Yes. So PSZ, playset Z, is what it stands for, and that is the Rogue One. So we got Barbados Interior, Barbados Master, Barbados Jungle, Barbados Space Details, Barbados Terrain. Alright, so let's try Barbados Terrain. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit F2 to, like I'm going to rename it, but I'm not. I'm going to copy the name there. And I'm going to see where it says Worlds. And I'm going to highlight that amount right there. Paste that. And the same thing after the, was it a forward slash, backslash? It's backslash, I believe. So it's going to be the same thing after, before and after the backslash. And I'm going to rename the title. Now, you're going to find out that sometimes this matters, sometimes this does not. Okay. And just for fun, let me change this to 1. Let's load up Barbados Terrain and see what happens. I wonder if it'll work. No character has been selected. So let's go to my collection, see if this will work. It won't work. Why won't it work? It won't work because we don't have any Rogue One characters. So how do you play there? You play it by changing the name. Now, how do I know ahead of time whether or not this is going to happen? Well, let's copy that name, go back to the beginning, Control F, paste the find in there. It's already in there. So if a game already exists in this Lua file in some way, shape, or form, it's going to try to load up that level from the game. And since this game was incomplete, you can't test it that way. So you're going to have to change this to whatever you want, as long as you don't have spaces. So I'm going to just name it as Rogue One Terrain. Then save it. Go to Build. New. Now we can load it in regardless of who I pick. Doesn't have to be Marvel, doesn't have to necessarily be anybody. Now it's just going to load in as a toy box because it doesn't connect it now with the game that's unfinished. And so it skips over that unfinished intro. Now here's something funny. Remember when it loaded, it showed the Imperial officer that we have in the toy box? Look at this. This guy is not the Imperial officer that was shown, that you've seen in that opening. This is Grand Moff Tarkin. You can clearly see that, but his head's messed up. Oh, now it's fixed. Nope, now it's not fixed. Did that fix your neck? Nope. His neck's still broken. So some of these have, yeah, so the walkers have, the physics, like, they're enemies instead of vehicles. Now these ones you can hop on, this one you can't. So I don't know how to actually modify these things to actually work like that, but anyway, you can destroy this just like you can in the Return of the Empire, the Empire playset. And apparently he just fell through the floor. So there's a lot more to this than meets the eye. There's actually another part of this level over here. I'm probably gonna fall through the floor, right? Yep. So just like I showed you before, you can build in here. Let's see how it works. Pick the thinnest one. Now we have a problem with this. That's as low as you can go. I want to see if I can land on this. Yep. Let's check this out. So control room. Another control room. Alright, so we got that. Let's copy one of these again. And do the same thing. Enter. And paste. And then let's find another world to load up. How about Barbados Interior, which is the Rogue One Interior. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to call this Rogue One Interior. And I'm going to paste what I just copied from the name of that file here. Alright. So now it's cool. We, of course, it's not finished. So if I go out here, there's a long drop. Alright. So it even has moving doors. These ones don't. So we got bunks. Wait, is this where I can't? No, it's not. I got lost already. I got lost already. Alright, so the stairs. And the control room that's definitely not finished. So this leads me to believe that they were maybe going to incorporate some crawl mechanics, maybe? That would have been cool. And of course, this would have been a stealth game. Just like the Rebels one that we'll show off in a second. And since this wasn't finished, I don't know exactly what this was. And I didn't watch the movie, so what exactly it's supposed to be. Press X to enter vent. Yeah, so it looks like they were either going to have it where you would shrink to go in the vent or crawl. And of course, we don't see anything with crawl physics, so... But then again, there used to be a sneak physics. Physics for your Rebels characters to sneak. But anyway, this is pretty big. Let's see. It's easy to get lost in something like this. Well, let's just get a glimpse of how big the actual. You gotta be careful, you go out of bounds. Alright, so Rebels is not Rebels. It is, it's a file called HoloKelvin. HoloKelvin game. Force Traversal. Meridian tests. Space and stealth test. That's the one. It's the big one. HoloKelvin game stealth test. And that is this. Of course, there's no color to it, but stealth test being that there's the mouse droid, and it's really nothing new. It's the same concept as the Death Star world, but there's different traps and stuff. It doesn't do anything. It's not the game isn't finished. And you can even disguise yourself as a droid. There's a couple of them around here. I'm not sure if it's in here or not. I mean, I don't know if I'm in the right spot or not, but I'm going to see if I can find it. The droid. There's one. So, enter, exit, disguise. So I'm guessing the mouse droids were programmed to not see you while you were in the droid disguise. And you can't jump, but you can get out. So let's exit. And apparently there's logic set to that door. I don't know if you're supposed to escape. I don't know what the plan was, but yeah, there's another what happens if you get caught by him? He just stops. Okay, back to Barbados stuff, or Rogue One stuff. What else can we find with Rogue One? The jungle. See what the jungle looks like. Let's call it Rogue One Jungle. PSZ bar Jungle 01. Save. Alright, now we have our first one that we've encountered that has a sky dome that is jet black. So what do? Change the sky. Take your pick. It seems like they kept using the Lilo's Tropical Sky, I guess. Whatever. That seems like what they're using. And it's very simple, or it's very similar to the other one that we already loaded up, but it's kind of smaller. Let's see how far down we can. Well, it doesn't have any water physics, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, Barbados Master is only 21 kilobytes, but nevertheless, let's see what Barbados Master looks like. And it is an outer space one.
Name's Fett. Boba Fett. Who's the target?
And since there's nothing to land on, as far as I know, you can't access the Spark mode. Let's try HoloKelvin game Force Traversal. Now this is something I've not seen before.
Boba Fett. Who's the target?
I'm guessing everything HoloKelvin is Rebels. I'm guessing those are placeholders because those are Guardians of the Galaxy. Whoa! I don't know what this is from. I'm guessing that was supposed to kill us. This is new to me. Fan up there. We came in there, so it looks like there's another pathway through here. Now this is just cool. Drop down. And nothing else to see here except, what's that? Fly up there and keep going. All right. Jump down. Forced, I get it now. I get it now. I'm guessing it was a puzzle using the Force.
Hey, you made it.
Yeah. I guessed right. I'm guessing there's more to it than just that. Can we get it to move anywhere else? Nope, that's it. Wait. Oh, it's just picking up that. Well, I guess we're back to Boba Fett. Anything up here? Or just the end? Next up, let's try the one called HoloVlad.
Oh, hello. I'm Luke Skywalker. May the Force be with you.
And here we have an experimental toy box. We have a prototype helicopter. And oh, look at that. There's many beach balls over there. Where did the other one? Oh, it's right there. Alright, so prototype helicopter, prototype land speeder. We got a prototype sled. So when I get in there and drive, the game's going to crash after a bit. Well, at least it did the last time I played it. Well, maybe it's not going to crash this time. There it goes.
I'm Luke Skywalker. May the Force be with you.
And the same thing's going to happen if I hop on this little sled. So let's see if I can hop on it right quick and then get off before it crashes. Alright, so we have this scale TIE fighter. Alright, so of course the lid doesn't close. But now here's the difference. The flying mechanics is totally different. So in order to take off, you hit the right trigger. And now you have the dynamics of flying up and down by using the left stick. Now, of course, this world is one of those gravity test worlds to test the planet gravity. So anyway, left stick down moves you up, left stick up moves you down, right stick moves the camera. And there are no guns on it, as far as I know. I just jumped out. So let's get in the X-Wing. And take off the same way. Right trigger. And that's about it for this. I mean, explore it to your heart's content. There's no speed boost. You can't lock S-foils and move into position. Now, some of you have asked me about the Empire State Building. So where are you going to find the Empire State Building? Not in Worlds. You're going to find it over... Go back to the Assets folder and then find a folder called ENV_assets. Alright, and there's a lot of different things in here you can mess around with, but we're just looking for the Empire State Building. And you're going to find two folders with it. One of it's all the pieces to it, and then one's of the full thing. So that is under population. Then go to buildings. If you go to building parts, you're going to see Empire State, but that's all the different pieces to it. But the full thing, go to buildings, Empire State, and then empirestate.zip. So what you would do is just copy that and then go back to your worlds folder and paste it in there. Of course, I've already done that, but it's okay. I can replace it. I didn't do anything with it. I didn't mod it or anything, and I don't think I can. But anyway, then let's see what it looks like.
I'm Luke Skywalker. May the Force be with you.
All right, this is another one that's going to load in with no sky. So, change the sky. And let's look at this massive thing. It's pretty huge. Huge. Very huge. Alright, so let's get back down to the bottom and I'll show you. Oh, gotta make sure you don't load inside it. There we go. Now let's jump down. And that's still not the bottom. Alright, so some of you seen me in another toy box that I had built a city around it. Alright, well, this is as far down as you can go, so of course you're not going to be able to get terrain pieces in here. Well, you can, but it's not going to work with flat ones unless you make a hill going up and out. So what I did was I took Simple Toys and I made a sidewalk all the way around it and then put roads and then went from there. And the sidewalk terrain that I used was a modded texture. I swapped this ugly one, patchwork, out for one of the sidewalk textures that's already existing for Halloween Town. We just don't have natural access to it, so I made it like that. And I've done another video on that. But anyway, I did that, so let's look at the result that I did in that toy box. Now, I don't plan on using that toy box for anything good because I like to use NPC characters, and there's an issue with NPC characters in a lot of these toy boxes, as I've stated in near the beginning of this video. And I said, oh, it worked in Moana's, but what about something else? And we'll see later. So let me just put down playset townsperson. automatically they try to go somewhere else. I don't know where. So watch this. Let's just put that there. Now let's put actor or talent person on here. I just want to see where they're going to go. Oh, that's odd. Now they're working. Let's have a free-for-all. Hey guys, you're acting weird.
You are angry. Strike me down. This is your last chance. Not so sure of yourself now, are you? Please your anger.
So as always, remember to keep on building. Thanks everybody for watching. Don't forget to give me a like before you click out. And also, if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it now! And click the bell icon if you want to know what I'm up to before I even know what I'm up to, because it helps you see into the future. And I just made that up. Until next time, this is That Brown Bat reminding you to keep on building.